Hello, welcome to the
Real Bit Wars.
I'm Chris, and I just woke up. That's good. Oh, and also, I have a few pickups. So it had been a while since I went to my local store, press start. It's kind of itching to go in there, so I grabbed a bunch of my duplicates, and I kind of cleaned myself out. I don't really have any noteworthy doubles remaining in my collection now because of this, but yeah, took a stack of games in there. Went and I did a couple trades. I'll start first. I got a really good Game Boy game, Mega Man 3. So I have 1 and 2. Obviously 4 and 5 are the most expensive ones, but yeah, I kind of couldn't resist. I had the store credit sort of itching a hole in my pocket, but then I got some for the countdown as well. So it was kind of funny because the guy that runs the store, Zach, when I said, yeah, I want this, he goes, oh, that puts you down to 43. And I'm like, yes, it does. And I'm like, you've been watching the videos? That's always embarrassing when you find out someone watches your YouTube videos. But thank you for watching, Zach. I appreciate that. Yeah, we got that Fisher Price Firehouse Rescue. So that completes that trilogy for me. Where are those other two? Not that you really need to see this, but whatever. Yeah, proud owner of 3 Fisher Price games. But the Firehouse Rescue was the most difficult one to find. So I played through and beat this right away. I guess you could say you beat it. Nothing really happens. It's like 8 levels or something. But it was discounted because there's some like blistering in the plastic. I don't know if you can see that there. Which was fine by me. It was an NES game I didn't have. Plus the spine label looks really nice. So it put me at 43. I went home that night, and it kind of dawned on me later that evening, like, oh my gosh, there were a couple of other games in there. I'm sort of regretting leaving those behind. I had some store credit. I could have used that. You know, I didn't really need to go after a Game Boy game if there was stuff for the countdown available. So that night, I went through my PlayStation stuff. There were some things I had been thinking about trading, and I sort of checked on some other things as well to see what the value was at those games. And I realized the stack of games I was bringing in had a pretty good value. I think it could go pretty far on getting these Super Nintendo games. A little more coffee here. So I go back the next day, and immediately I walk in the door and say, I'm back. And Zach immediately goes, oh, you want such and such, don't you? And I was like, what? You have that? I completely missed it the previous day. He said he had just put it out yesterday at that point. So I don't know. For whatever reason, I didn't see it, or maybe it wasn't quite out in the display case just yet. That complicated things big time. Because now, instead of trying to trade for 2 games, I'm going after 3. So, Zach, being the salesman that he is, talked me into it. But not only that, we were a week away from them having a buy 2, get 1 sale. He didn't honor the sale for me, but pretty dang close. He gave me one of the games for 75% off. And given how expensive these all were, that was a heck of a deal. So thank you so much to Zach and the rest of the guys at Press Start Games for always taking such good care of me and all of the customers, really. It's definitely my favorite store, but yeah, folks, I got Cowboy Kid. So again, little bit of a discount due to the condition. I'll show you the spine. That's where the damage is. Hopefully this will focus for you. But you can see how it's kind of scratched and torn up a little bit. But yeah, considering that I got like a sale price on these 3 games, I did not go in expecting to pick this up, but I walked out with it. Yeah, this is comparable to the Goemon games. I love that series. And specifically, I've heard it's like a rework of the second one on the Famicom, which is actually the only Famicom Goemon game I'm missing, so I can't really say how similar it is, but I love the game already. I've been playing it a lot. Very fun. So, puts me at 42 for the NES. Then the other two I got for the Super Nintendo countdown. So, wow, this is exciting. Again, little label damage, so the price was reduced here. We got Mega Man 7, folks. That is awesome. Man, this has been on my wish list forever. And sticking with Mega Man, I got 3 Mega Man games in this bundle here. I finally completed the Mega Man X trilogy for the Super Nintendo. And again, he said he was trying to get that stuff off and couldn't. I think he said like the price was a little bit reduced because of condition. Again, that stuff doesn't bother me all that much. You know, as long as the label isn't like ripped off of there, you get a little bit of damage, that's fine. Add some charm to it. This is awesome. So now, for Super Nintendo, we're down to 60. So it's kind of crazy because it wasn't that long ago. I was very excited to have my NES under 100 games to go. And when I got under 100 for the Super Nintendo, I thought, wow, for the 2 consoles combined, I'm almost at 100 now. And that seems like it happened really fast. One of the other things I wanted to show real quick, one of those games I traded in, we used to only have one game store near me. Like literally, it was just the one place. And it shut down. It was called Video Game Star. You can see there the logo. This receipt was in the copy of Clock Tower 3 that I traded in, which was just a loose disc. And it's very funny, if you can see down on the bottom in that corner there, I paid $1.90 for it. And I think I got like either $40 or $50 of trade-in for that game. Cool game though. It just, you know, I don't really collect loose disc, and it was one that was on my trading block for quite a while. So yeah, you know, all those trade-ins, I don't really talk about how much I spend on stuff that often, but the price tag for these 5 games was literally like $800. So I did these trades and kind of brought it down a little bit. Zach gave me that killer deal on the 75% off one of the games. And then in addition to that, to cover some of that balance, I traded in some records. So I had a stack of records. I took to the record shop. The beautiful part is, I've been doing this a lot. I bought the CDs already. You can trade 1 or 2 records and buy 10, 15, 20 CDs, because CDs are cheap. Nobody cares. So that's my thing lately. I'm collecting CDs instead of vinyl. So I traded in all these records. I didn't have to give any of it up. I already own all of them on CDs. But I couldn't resist. When I did the trade-in at the record shop, I picked up one record that day as well. The Co-Defendants debut album. So I'm a huge fan of that band, Get Dead. This is a side project of the singer, Sam King from Get Dead. They had the singles and stuff, didn't pick up the album yet, so very good stuff. I love it. I think Fat Mike from NoFX is also in this band. I think On and Off or something. I think he plays bass in this band. So it's kind of like this super group. But yeah, one vinyl pickup while I was at it. So it was exciting, you know. You put the games in to test them when you get new stuff usually. It took me like a couple of days to get through that process because I was playing these like crazy. I found myself snapping photos of passwords and stuff. Like I was already making progress because other than that Fisher-Price game, I got some really good stuff here. 3 new Mega Man games and Cowboy Kid. Can't complain, man. Some really, really heavy hitters knocked off the list. So thank you again to Zach. I'm going to leave a link to the Press Start Facebook page. If you live in this area, go check out that store. Tell them that the Real Bit Wars sent you. Thank you for watching.